Hi, welcome to Grandma's German Kitchen. Today is an exciting landmark because we reached now 30 videos I uploaded now on my channel. And I want to thank you everybody who supported me on my channel. And I have a lot of views on my channel, and I have subscriber, and I have thumbs up, and I have comments, but I don't have enough comments. I see that because I'm in contact with my viewers when I'm on a farmer's market, and people coming to me said, oh, this video was exciting, or I did this, I copied this. I said, yeah, and did you put your comment on my channel? No, why? See, I think a lot of people are shy to put a comment. Please, it will help me, it will help our channel to promote you more likes, more comment, and more subscriber. Then it's go out there. People can see my recipes. Right now, it's only a certain amount of people see my recipes because YouTube and Google doesn't promote them, doesn't show the other people when they go in a search engine. So thank you for your support and continue. Please share all my videos with your friends on all social medias like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So now we're coming to our next recipe, which is a very easy one. It's a German Spätzle. And I do German Spätzle all my life. And the German Spätzle is very less ingredients, easy to make. And you can also serve them right away. You can warm them up next day, or you can freeze them. All this gonna be now in this video. So let's start. You know, this ingredients is for when you have a company or you want to put some in the freezer. You can go with half of the size of the ingredients. I will post anyway the ingredients on the description of this video, like always. So very easy. In this case now we have 10 eggs, and we have 7 ounce whole milk, and we have 7 to 10 ounce clean water, and we have 2 teaspoons of sea salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And we need the flour, all-purpose flour, 2 pounds. Okay, so that's it. And we use, you can do it by hand, but I'm lazy. I always use my machine. I use a KitchenAid, and we use this paddle in it, and puts it right in. And you put first the salt and the nutmeg in, and mix it a little bit. So we mix it, and then we put all together real quick in. First the eggs, then the milk, and then a little bit water. Half of this so we can see how it works, okay? Now see, we need more water, almost the whole thing. Looks good. Like I said, 7 to 8 ounces of water. So maybe we put all the 8 ounces in. We'll see it's smooth already. You don't want it so thin. I'll show you later why. Yeah, it's coming down already, so that's probably the right label. A hair. I think it's perfect. So that's it. Now we put go to the next step. In order to put it in the hot water, it's like noodles, but we want to have very, very tiny dumplings. So what we have to do, we have to squeeze it through the hole. Yeah, in the earlier days when they started with the spätzle, they cut it with a knife in very small pieces and took it off the cutting board right in the, dropped it in the hot water. Then they learned when we put it through the hole, with squeeze it through the hole like this, you put it right, the dough on top of this and squeeze it with the spatula through, then you have the same effect. But it's a lot of work. If you do that one time in a lifetime, that's fine. But if you do it more than one, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, then maybe you consider to buy a spätzle maker. They're not expensive, they're between $10 and $20, depends what kind it is. They're all the same, they have holes and they have a nice funnel where you can put the spätzle in and drop it right in the water. So you can see I have 2 different, they're all almost the same. Some of them a little bit more lower in price, some of them more expensive, but they're working always good. So the water is cooking. We put 1 tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons of salt in the water, and we put 1 tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons of oil. Doesn't matter what kind of oil, that's that the spätzle separated, they don't stick together when we drop them in the water. I have a little bit tissue here, and I take the rest of the oil, and what I'm doing, I oil my spätzle a little bit. So the dough will not stick too much on the surface here, okay? So that's all what it is. Now this is very easy. Is this the right way? Doesn't matter. I think this is the right way. Now we take a little bit dough in it. Oh, that's perfect. Now you can see if the dough doesn't go through, that's perfect. A little bit, yes, but not like plunging through. So perfect the consistency of the dough. Now we move this back and forth. So the dough is going to be squeezing through the holes from their own gravity. So I think everybody can do that. It's so easy. I always do 1 container, so one of those holder here, and then I make it a little bit. Okay. And then you can have either like a ladle with holes or a strainer, and you mix them a little bit. It goes so fast, and the swimming on the surface is already done. You can see how fast it goes. So now this is very, very important to do that right. You can take them out, put them on a plate like this, and you can serve it. Put a little bit parsley over, put your meat, your goulash, whatever you want to serve to it, and you can serve it. But if your company is not there yet, you put the whole thing on a baking sheet like this, and let me show you how we do that. In order to cool that down without sticking together, so we take this out and put it right here. And then we let this cool down a little bit. And then when it's coolest, you can put it in the freezer bag and freeze it. I will show you that next step. Or you can serve it by put it in a frying pan. That's the next step. Take a half tablespoon or 1.5 teaspoon butter. And then we put some spätzle in. As you can see, they're nice, fluffy, they're not sticking together. You can see they get some brown spots. Perfect. That's it. My wife cooked this afternoon some chicken masala, and this is so good. It fits right over my spätzle. As you can see, it looks good and it tastes even better. Yeah, so the leftover, we made today a lot, so we have leftover. You can put them in a freezer bag and freeze them. But if you put them in a freezer bag like this, even if you take the air a little bit out and freeze them, they are only good for several weeks. Then eventually they get freezer burned. So the better way is we vacuum them, and it's possible. People are afraid about that. They think, oh, they're squeezing together. But I have enough experience and I vacuumed all the time. So you put like here in the bag. Make a big bag. That's good. See, they're nice, vacuumed. And now they stay more than a year. You can keep them in the freezer, and then when you use them, you take them out, put them in a frying pan, put a little bit butter, and brown them. And then we have fresh spätzle. Actually, they was frozen, but they're tasting like fresh. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.